Thank you very much.
Lovely, thank you for that.
So what's coming up in the wrap this week, Pat?
Yeah, well, last week we said we're going to share some highlights from our first 6 months. So we've got some choice cuts coming up later on, because it's been, mate, we've had a busy 12 months. That's why I'm looking a little bit dishevelled.
Yes, we sure have. But,
my razor's broken, so. But yeah, look, so we've got the local news, sport, weather, of course some highlights from the first 6 months, and we've had a busy chockers 12 months, so next week we're going to share some more of those highlights with you. But now, here's the latest local news headlines presented by Jim Brown and Loretta DeVoe.
Hi, I'm Loretta DeVoe.
I'm Jim Brown.
Welcome to the 36th Midweek Wrap.
Brought to you once again on the beautiful Warburton Trail. The front pages of the Upper Yarra Mail, the Mountain Views Mail and the Mount Evelyn Mail feature an 8-year jail sentence handed out to a 24-year-old drunk driver who crashed her car, killing a 16-year-old passenger. The accident happened over 2 years ago in Mount Evelyn. 24-year-old Emily Toulson from Healesville pleaded guilty to culpable driving causing death and 5 other charges of negligent driving causing serious injury. The court heard Toulson was more than twice the blood alcohol limit when she drove at a high speed on Hereford Road, Mount Evelyn, clipped 2 oncoming cars and then crashed into a pole, killing 16-year-old Amber Beard and injuring another 5 of the 8 passengers in the car. The tragedy happened after a drinking session at Lilydale Lake. Toulson's boyfriend took her keys off her, but another friend gave them to her when she demanded them. In the minutes before the crash, passengers were frightened by her dangerous driving and begged her to slow down. The county court sentenced Toulson to 8 years jail, and she'll have to serve at least 5 years before the possibility of release.
Dangerous potholes on the Healesville-Yarra Glen Road are causing motorists to swerve onto the wrong side of the road. Police and CFA are calling on VicRoads to fix the section of road between Melba Highway roundabout and the Yarra Glen bypass. In one incident, a Coldstream CFA truck had to swerve off the road into the gravel to avoid damage from the potholes. Yarra Glen CFA Captain Bill Boyd said the road is viewed as a danger and a disgrace, and Yarra Glen Sergeant Richard Coulson said the road was shocking and needed a significant overhaul. VicRoads has said works to improve the road were due to start in the new year.
And on page 3 in every Mail newspaper, police are appealing for witnesses to another accident just this Monday, which claimed the life of a 58-year-old man struck by a car while walking his dog along the Monbulk Seville Road. A 27-year-old Monbulk man has been charged with dangerous driving causing death, and according to the newspaper report, was seen driving erratically just before the tragedy. Police say they are trying to establish whether alcohol, drugs or speed were factors in this tragedy.
Pet owners aren't happy that a disused school oval in Kilsyth, which is being trialled as an off-lead dog area, will have to be shared with sporting groups. Shelley Large, who has been a part of the community campaign for an off-lead dog park, said people were happy that the oval would be safe from development, but shared areas were not an ideal outcome. The oval was identified as part of Council's off-lead dog area review, which also included changes to many other reserves in the Yarra Ranges.
The Fern Tree Gully and the Ranger Traders Mail's front page reports an ongoing planning controversy surrounding the proposed felling of 13 beech trees along the avenue of beeches at Sherbooke. The owners of the Sherbooke site want to fell the trees to give better access for the restoration of the historic Norris building, but local residents say the beeches are synonymous with the area's identity and must be saved. The beech tree felling is the latest dispute in a wrangle over this development, which has gone on for 2 years.
Yarra Ranges residents are being encouraged to clean up their properties before the official fire restrictions begin on Monday, December 18th. During the fire restriction period, residents will not be able to light fires in the open without a permit. CFA District 13 Operations Manager David Rankin has said that conditions show the potential for an above-average bushfire season.
I'm Jim Brown.
I'm Loretta DeVoe.
Thanks for watching.
The second last midweek wrap for 2017.
And now it's time for
Sports Shorts.
Love that segment intro. And in footy, thank you very much. Who said the season is over? After 275 games with North Melbourne over a 14-year span, Michael Firitto, yes, he's returning to Gembrook, Cockatoo. Brookers coach Matt O'Neill said Firitto probably didn't realise how big an impact his return would have on the club and the community. He said for him, Firitto, it's more about coming home and ending his career where it all started, but for the club, it's probably the biggest thing in its history. Oh, welcome back, Firitto. And in cricket, yes, where last weekend saw inclement weather reduce all the two-day games in the Strawn Shield to one-dayers. In the clash between the top two teams, Mount Evelyn held on against Yarra Junction. The Mounters 7 for 157, too strong for Yarra Junction, who were kept to 8 for 148. In the other matches, Healesville all out for 162, lost to Yarra Glen 9 for 167, and Warburton Millgrove 7 for 187, defeated Seville all out for 151. For all the latest stories, stats and scores, grab your copy of the local rag. That's the Sports Shorts for this week. Our last Sports Shorts next week for 2017. Thanks for watching. See you then. Sports Shorts. Mate, how's this? We've got over 270 videos on Facebook already, would you believe?
Wow. Accumulated so quick, haven't they?
We've done so much in such a short amount of time. But when I look at where we began, I mean, we did a live broadcast from the Mount Evelyn Community Meal back in March, and the Yarra Valley Film Festival. Remember the very first inaugural Yarra Valley Film Fest?
Yes, that was a great night, that.
We were there. We did 3 live crosses. We bumped into the Mayor, Noel Cliff at the time, and also Councillor Len Cox. And I'll never forget your balloon moment. Poor Mish thought the balloon was coming crashing down on us.
Crashing down, I was going to be stuck in there forever. I was I was slightly worried, I'd say.
Yeah, a little panic, moment of panic there. That was great. And then I think one of our better ones from early on in the piece was the Blue Lotus Water Gardens.
Oh, it was absolutely brilliant down there.
Yeah, that was nice. The family came out. Alexander was there as well, wearing his top hat. And it was a glorious day, and we shared some of the Blue Lotus Gardens with our viewers.
Well, I wasn't aware how large the gardens were and the variety of plants and whatnot was there. It was incredible.
Yeah. It was the first time I'd been there, and it blew me away. What else did we do? Of course, our friends at Mount Dandenong Hotel, we did so many live music broadcasts from up there. And they've got a separate playlist for all of our broadcasts there on our Facebook page. Benvenuti. That's where we met Jim Brown.
Yes.
The Benvenuti Fest, of course, the Benvenuti Fest is coming up next year as well, as is the Yarra Valley Film Fest. That's back in 2018. I remember where I made a fool out of myself talking to probably the biggest drift circuit racing legends at the Wandon Rotary Classic Car and Bike Show back in March. I had no idea who I was talking to and what I was talking about, but somehow we managed to get away with that interview. We pulled that one off.
Certainly did.
We did 3 live crosses there, and you started off, I think we were upside down with that one.
Oh, yes. Technical problems.
Yeah,
technical problems.
Then we the Herb and Chili Fest. That was a good one.
Yes.
We had lots of fun.
We should make an annual event.
Yeah, we might be heading back down there this coming March. The Wandon Park International Horse Riding event, that was a big one. But let's share some specific highlights with you guys out there. Apart from, of course, Celebrate Mooroolbark Festival, Ecotopia, we were there as well. And lots of music from the Mount Dandenong Hotel. The Yarra Valley Beer and Cider Fest. we were there to cover that as well.
So was the Oktoberfest, but that was later on in the year, wasn't it?
Yeah, Oktoberfest was later on in the year. They'll be coming up in next week's episode. But for me, one of the highlights was our simulcast that we did with 3MDR from the Anzac Day ceremonies at Upwey Belgrave RSL.
Certainly treading no water there.
That was groundbreaking. First time a live simulcast had been conducted on Anzac Day morning. We streamed the dawn service there, also the march as well as the 10 a.m. service. Holy Fools. We did some extensive... Spoke to Neil Taylor. We surprised him on his radio show on Yarra Valley FM with a $500 donation for Holy Fools. That was back in May. I had to figure out exactly when that was. We also did a simulcast with 3MDR from their radio station where we streamed the Little Giants. They did their first radio gig. That was fun. But the one I wanted to get to... the Palmer Tour, mate. Remember when we did the Palmer Tour?
That was absolutely brilliant, wasn't it?
Lots
Some
of fun.
amazing palmers around the valley.
Yeah, we had Alex Tsao, renowned local chef. He came around with us and to sample some of the finest palmers in the valley and the ranges. We had 3 finalists, of course. The Bullock and Dray up in Healesville. We had the Alpine Retreat Hotel in Warburton. And of course, the winner that took it out was Bomb Gusto in Lilydale.
You know, one of my favourite crosses that we've done recently was the Belgrave Lantern Parade.
Yeah, that was
just
great.
so visually entertaining, and it was so much fun filming it, and just it was great. I'd
great.
love to come back next year.
Yeah, we got out there among the different lanterns. It was bright, it was colourful, and the amount of people that lined the street blew me away. It was phenomenal.
The turnout was massive. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. Here's some choice cuts from that one. Can you share with our viewers a little bit about the Belgrave Lantern Parade?
Absolutely, yeah. So the Lantern Parade's been running for 11 years now. This is the 11th year. I know. Yeah. It obviously started out significantly smaller than this. Now we usually get between 8,000 and 10,000 people through town.
Fantastic.
So it's really huge, yeah, and it's a beautiful event. So
that's fantastic.
We have all sorts of performances. Community members and community groups make lanterns as well. And then we also have lanterns for sale and run a lot of workshops in the lead up too.
Yeah, fantastic. If you've just tuned in, you're watching Yarra Ranges Life TV. We are live from Belgrave's Lantern Parade 2017. And in the distance we can slowly begin to see the lanterns coming down. There's some very, very elaborate lanterns out there that are coming down our way, coming down Burwood Highway here in Belgrave. Now, I reckon this has got to be a bit of a reference to the Disney movie Up. Of course, we've got the wonderful bright lit lantern house there. The balloons coming out of the top. Of course, there's this local scout group. Fantastic effort. And next, of course, in the parade, we've got Baronia's Calisthenics College.
Sorry, Tim, wherever you are, your fez tonight has been outdone, even if you are wearing it on top of a beanie. Good effort.
That's Tiggs in the background. He's doing a fantastic job emceeing the Belgrave Lantern Parade for 2017.
Excuse me. Is that Warrior? Halloween. Awesome.
The crew, the queue. How is this? Of course, the SES are here as well, Mitch. Check out the arrow. Oh, it's a great vibe. It's a great night. If you couldn't make it, of course, this year, be sure to come on down next year. Check out the SES. They're represented here as well. They've done a great job in making their own vehicle as a lantern come to life. Oh, and the dragonfly and a cockatoo. This is fantastic. This is again one of the scout groups. Lots of the local community groups have spent a lot of time and effort in these wonderful designs. Hopefully we've given you guys a bit of an idea, a bit of an insight of what the Belgrave Lantern Parade is all about. And if you didn't make it this year, be sure to come early next year. Yeah, the car parks fill up pretty quick, as you can imagine, with over 10,000 people enjoying this wonderful community event here tonight up in Belgrave. If you're watching from outside of the community, you're more than welcome. We'd love to have you up here and enjoy some of the Yarra Ranges and Yarra Valley hospitality. I'm Pat from Yarra Ranges Life TV. As the last few lanterns come on up and join the parade, we're going to sign off. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks Matt, thanks girls. Awesome coffee to be discovered here at Happy Trails Cafe in Mount Evelyn, situated on the Warburton to Lilydale Rail Trail, where $1 from every coffee goes toward mental health awareness, which is a fantastic initiative by Matt, the owner, and the staff here. Now, it's been a massive 12 months for Yarra Ranges Life TV. We've got our last episode coming up next week for the year. Big thanks to everyone involved in the production, of course, as always, Loretta DeVoe, Jim Brown, production assistant extraordinaire who's given his heart and soul to Yarra Ranges Life TV, Mr. Mitchell Hatton, the man behind the camera who you just saw a moment ago. This week we're going to have some more music. I know we only featured this one not too long ago, but it's a cracker song, one of my favourites that we've recorded throughout the year. It's Aaron Thomason, recorded live at AMR, the studios of AMR in Ferntree Gully, with his ripper song, Stratosphere. Enjoy it, and we'll see you guys next week for our very last midweek wrap for 2017. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Cheers.
Messages, your numbers dry. Believe in remedies, asking why. And you fall on your knees, begging please, begging please. But you know the verdict, we know how this ends, and it ends without anybody getting out alive. I hate this part. It all slows down, nobody is moving, not making a sound. It all goes quiet, it all goes dark. Watch, I don't leave you at that start. And if you give your love to me, I will be content, cause I know I am capable of this, of loving you until the end. And you can call it off if you feel you've had enough. If you feel that we're through, we'll pack your bags, baby, I'm done with you, I'm done with you, done with you. Oh, I am done with you, done with you, done with you. Into the stratosphere, and oh, I choose die, leaving me empty when you're living to die. Yes, into the stratosphere, and oh, I choose die, leaving me empty when you're leaving to die. Yes, into the stratosphere. Oh, 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 oh. Into the stratosphere. Oh, 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 oh. Into the stratosphere. We couldn't talk, 'cause talking was for strangers. We just listened to what we felt, still believe we both were on the same page. into the stratosphere, and oh, what you say, leaving me empty when you're living today. It's into the stratosphere, and oh, what you say, leaving me empty when you're leaving today. It's into the into the stratosphere. Oh, 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 into the stratosphere. Oh, 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 oh,
Thanks, guys.
Nice stuff, Aaron.
Thank you.